Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Jeremy, curriculum developer here at the Foundry Kids. We're going to share with you 7 Eureka hacks or tips or hidden treasures or ways to get the most out of your Eureka curriculum, all right? So this is going to be a semi-quick video. Let's knock these out. We got 7 of them. Are you ready? Excellent. All right, number 7, how to play the media if you don't have a DVD player. We've got you covered. You may not have a DVD player in your classroom or in your church, so how can you play the videos or the audio stories or any of that stuff? There's several ways you can get around this. The biggest one is with your phone. You can go to thefoundryleader.com and you can stream everything right from your phone. Now there's 2 ways to do this even. If you don't have, sometimes churches don't have super awesome Wi-Fi. It's just a fact of life. So before you even leave church at home, you can download the things to your phone or to a tablet or to your laptop, and then you can play them when you get to church from there, and then you don't have to stream. You don't even need Wi-Fi once you're at church. Or if your church has awesome, super awesome Wi-Fi, you can just pull it up and play it right there. If you've only got 5 or 6 kids, you can easily gather around a little phone and listen to the song, watch the video. You can gather around a laptop or a tablet and do the same thing. So think about that. You can also, if you do have a TV, you can stream it from your phone to the TV. So you're playing it here, but it's showing up on the big TV. That's another awesome way to do that. And if all else fails, DVD players and TVs are super cheap, especially in garage sales, because nobody wants them. So go get one for super cheap. You can do that as well. So there's lots of ways to get around that, because your kids are going to love these. Everything from the Remember Verse videos to the songs they listen to before class, to the preschool Bible stories. It's going to be tons of fun, to the journals with Sir Neil and Nikki. They're going to want to hear those and use those. So that's number 7. Number 6, Lectionary. Whoa, didn't see that one coming, did you? We've had more and more people ask us, hey, does your curriculum follow the lectionary? So with Eureka, what we did is during the seasons of Lent and Advent, we used the Revised Common Lectionary to inspire the scope and sequence that we used. So what that means, we use the word inspire because of our 2-week format and because of the content of some of the lectionary. We don't go exactly week by week sometimes, but every week of Advent or Lent, there is some part of the lectionary that we use in Eureka. It might be the Remember Verse, might be one of the readings for that week in the lectionary, or the main passage we study might be the main passage of one of the readings for that week in the lectionary. Or with the elementary, remember on the 2nd week of a verse, we study a 2nd passage. Sometimes that 2nd passage is from that week in the lectionary. So the Revised Common Lectionary inspires us during Advent and Lent. It inspired the scope and sequence. So lectionary is the 6th hack. So if your church preaches or follows the lectionary during Advent and Lent, your kids and your adults will be discussing and studying some of the same things. So, super fun. You may not find that anywhere except right here. Pow. All right, what's another hidden secret hack thing? Number 5, foundryleader.com. Now, you know you can get downloadable leader guides and things like that there, but you may not know that there are things on foundryleader.com that you cannot get in the printed materials. All right, there are things only on foundryleader.com. For example, in Eureka Junior, these little table tent cards, these are only on Foundry Leader. So you put these at your activity stations, and on the front they have pictures to tell kids what station that is, and on the back they have questions for your leaders to talk to the kids, question prompts. That's only on Foundry Leader. Also in Eureka Junior, every now and then we have exploration stations where there are extra little resources, like in quarter 2 in December. Preschoolers will make little ornaments like this at one of the activity stations. Well, you can only get this at foundryleader.com. You print these off, cut them up, put them at your stations for your kids to color and create. Here's another little thing that's going to happen in one of the future quarters. These are only at foundryleader.com, so it's more than just downloadable lessons that you'll find on there. For elementary, there are remember verse activities or games, about 7 or 8 of them, that you can use with your class. So if you want more than the remember verse video, something else to help your class memorize the verse and learn the verse, we give you about 8 different fun games where kids can get up and be moving around, but those are you're only going to find those on foundryleader.com. We give you a reminder in your leader's guide to go there, but that's where you're going to get them. Also, we have these tell it methods, and each week we suggest 2. Well, on foundryleader.com, we give you all the tell it methods that we use for that quarter, all 8 of them. So let's say you look at these and your class doesn't like those, you can pull out the foundryleader.com and you can look at all 8 methods and you can say, ooh, let's do this one instead. You can do that, all right? So check that out, foundryleader.com, things that are only on there. Super cool. That was number 5. Number 4, micro mini posters and my very own exploring map. So you get in the mail. These are all your discovery guides for your kids to use. A lot of times we just open it up and throw the cover over here and start separating all those different ones for each kid to have. But I dropped this on the floor. On the inside of the cover, this is the Eureka Junior, is a map that matches the big one. And you can send this home with each of your kids. And they can cut these out and put them on here week to week. This is the Eureka Junior. And remember, each packet of discovery guides, these are 1 per kid. So you will have plenty of these for all of your students. For the elementary, the older and younger, same thing. It's not a map, but the cover, we've got 4 little micro mini posters. You can give this whole sheet to the kids. You can cut them up in class and they can take them home. They feature our characters. There's Sir Neil, there's Pam. They also have all the remember verses that you study that quarter. So they can stick those in their locker or in their desk at school or on their door at home and be reminded of those verses. So those are there. See, I already cut this one out of Nikki's. So check out those micro mini posters. That's number 4. Number 3. All right, this one is a true hack. What do you do if, let's say, you don't have a 1st and 2nd grade class and a 3rd and 4th grade class? You just have 1 elementary age class that has 1st graders and 5th graders in it. How are you going to do that? Well, because the routine of the younger elementary and the older elementaries is so close, the routine is identical. The things inside it are a little bit different. But you can do both at the same time. So the younger or the older kids, the 5th grader, he can have his or her discovery guide, and the 1st grader can have his or her own discovery guide. So they each have different age levels of discovery guide, but you as a leader can teach from 1 discovery, from 1 leader guide. Because both age levels, they both have a journal article, each kid can hear their own, or everybody can listen to both of them. You can do that. And they'll both be doing the same activities. They'll both be decoding words. Oftentimes the words are the same. Sometimes there's a couple different ones, but you can just share those across ages. The older kids can teach the younger kids what their word was. The Bible story is the same. The tell it methods are mostly the same. There's 1 or 2 that are different for each age level. You can just pick the one you want to do together as a class. And so neither age level has to feel like they're getting ripped off. They can feel a part of it because they can each have their own discovery guide. So you're doing 2 ages at the same time. And you can, if you want to just lead off 1 discovery guide, you can, or if you want to grab both, you can do that as well. So we tried to do that because we know that there are a lot of churches that have lots of different ages in 1 classroom. So that's a way that you can hack the curriculum and have both your kids get something that's age appropriate from them. You can even sneak kindergartners up into that as well if you'd like to, and just have Eureka Junior be for like preschoolers and younger. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 2, on the back of the Elementary Leader's Guide, there are like hacks every single week. They're called expedition tips. And these are just something to help you with that week's lesson. Sometimes they might be a little extra nugget from the scripture just to help you understand the scripture. Sometimes they're a little way to switch up the activity to give you a little special challenge. Sometimes it's just a reminder of how to lead a specific part of the lesson. Sometimes it's a little tip to do something better, but these are basically hacks that you can get every single week. On the back, expedition tips. Make sure your teachers check these out because these will be super helpful. Expedition tips. It's like a weekly update of super cool things. Ready? Number 1. Number 1, the biggest thing, or the number 1 thing, is our Facebook group, Eureka Kids Curriculum Teachers and Leaders. Invite your teachers to join there. Invite yourselves to join there. It's a closed group. It'll just be people using Eureka curriculum. You can go on there. You can share ideas. You can say, hey, I figured out a new way to do this. Or, hey, I figured out a new way to do this. Or, hey, I have a question. In fact, just this week, we helped some folks and we uploaded some images that you can download from there and print off pictures of Sir Neil and Nikki and the Eureka logo if you want to advertise that for your church. That's only on the Facebook group. Pretty soon it'll be on Boundary Leader, but right now it's just on that closed Facebook group. So be a part of that. That's, well, you'll get all the latest and greatest. You'll get more tips that come up, share ideas, ask us questions, and we can talk directly with you so that we can constantly hear how things are going as you're using Eureka. All right? That's it. 7 awesome tips. I hope you're going to have a great Tuesday. Talk to you later.